Today on To The Pointe, we are kicking off season 28 with our very first Dancing with the Stars guest.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies.
Welcome on into The Point with Kristen Burt. I am so excited you guys are all here today. Now, if you're looking around the studio going, where's your guest? Where's your guest? Well, he's not here in the studio because plot twist. Hey, he's here on Skype. Keo Motsepe, how are you?
I'm good. I'm very, very good. How are you guys doing?
So good. And we were expecting you to be sitting next to me, and you are suddenly out of town, aren't you?
Yes, I'm out of town. Yeah.
And if I looked at social media correctly, Gleb is with you.
Yes, he happens to be with me. I don't know what he's doing with me, but yeah. He said, where are you going? I said, I'm going out. He goes, can I come with? I said, yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
So you guys went out of state at the last minute and causing trouble wherever you are.
All the time. We have to. Me and him together, it's trouble. Just so you know that. It's just trouble.
I love that. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing some shenanigans going on social media in the next 24 hours or however long.
Tonight.
Tonight. Fantastic. Well, the last time I saw you, we were actually at Derek's show in downtown LA at the tour.
Yes. Wow, yes. I remember that. Oh my God! What an amazing show Derek put together. That was very good.
It really was incredible, and I think what I like to see that it was so late in the run and how clean the dancers were. It's hard to stay in that peak form for that long of a time when you're out on tour. You know what that's like. It's hard, isn't it?
Yep. For me, when I saw his show, it was like, how did he just do that? Like, he was constant on stage, like from the beginning till the end of the show, and for me that was brilliant. Like how he did that, like kudos to him. Like he did an amazing job.
Yeah, and
amazing production, the dances were good, and he was phenomenal. So yeah,
and the crazy thing is that if he wasn't dancing on stage, he was singing or he was playing an instrument or whatever else was going on.
Yes, I was like, Derek, go change. No, I'm just gonna play a song. I was like, okay, I guess go for it. But it was very entertaining though, and I think there was few people who stuck in my head. Like Daniela stuck in my head. She was so amazing. She was amazing, like amazing. And also the girl Charity, she was so good.
Charity Anderson, yes.
I was like, the thing that she does, I was like, hold on a second, are you even human? Like, no, she's
a beast when she dances. She can do anything too. She can do any style. But I love watching her dance. Since you mentioned Daniela of course has joined season 28 of Dancing with the Stars, so she's a part of the cast. Have you been like helping her out, showing her the ropes? Because I've got to imagine being a new cast member, not easy whatsoever.
No, for sure, it's not easy. But I feel like Dancing with the Stars is such a family. So everyone, all the girls, like I remember when we were at GMA, like all the girls were like already like on her side, and I was like, here we go, it's Dancing with the Stars, man. Like we always make a newcomer, a new person on the show feel welcome and feel at home already. And I remember my actually first season, I remember very well at our old dance studio. And I remember Val, Karina, Derek, Mark, they all come to me when I walked in and like, hey, I'm Keo, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, wow, it was just so warm. And I can tell how they feel. It's exactly how I felt, coming to the show and, with this amazing dances and stuff like that. So, no, they're excited though. I'm just, Pasha and Daniela, they're very excited to be on the show.
Oh, good. Well, we can't wait to see them dance because they are already incredible. I've seen them dance multiple times, and their technical skill in ballroom is outstanding.
I know. I'm like, you just be away from us a little bit.
Does it make you want to step up your game? I would get nervous.
Yeah, no, all the time. It makes you want to like go back to those technique again, So, but yeah.
Technique never fails you. That's the one thing I always say.
All the time.
Well, I would love to go back to season 27 for a bit because it was such an enjoyable season watching you and Evanna dance together. What a team you were.
Yep. That I just want to thank Dancing with the Stars for that, man. Like when I opened the door and I saw who my partner was, I literally screamed because I knew. The thing is also, I think the Saturday before I met her on Monday, on TV, like there was like a continuous of Harry Potter, like playing on screen. Like I put my TV on, it's Harry Potter. I changed the channel, it's Harry Potter. And I'm like, it's a sign. So I was like, do I have someone from Harry Potter?
Ooh.
And I was just like, no, this celebrities are too big. I don't know if they can come on Dancing with the Stars, whatever. Because I remember with Jodie, same thing happened. I watched, like, it was like Full House all on TV, and I'm like, and then I met her. And then with Shaka Khan, her songs were playing in my car before I went to meet her.
So you're telling me that you're manifesting your contestants.
I think so. I actually do, because I was like in the car, I'm every woman. And then I opened the door and the studio is Shaka Khan. I was like, wait, hold on a second. What's happening? With Jodie, it was like on TV constant. And I'm like, oh, let me just watch Full House, whatever. And I watched it, and I go to the studio the following day and I meet Jodie Sweetin. With Evanna, it was Harry Potter playing the whole weekend. And then I was like, I don't want to watch Harry Potter. I was like, let me just watch it. And the Monday following, Evanna's in the room. And I'm like, wow, I'm going to manifest Beyonce. Now I'm manifesting Beyonce to be on the other side of the room. Done. I am done. That's it. Next partner. Dance
with Beyonce. Even if it's not on Dancing with the Stars, you can dance with her in other, award shows, her concerts.
True. I just feel like, it's overdue that me and Beyonce, we have to meet. I don't know for what reason, but I think, like, because I feel like she's even thinking the same. Like, I need to meet Keo. Like, I have to meet Keo just to say hi to him. And like, I'm ready, Beyonce. Like, I'm ready.
Do you think Beyonce is a big Dancing with the Stars fan? She spends her Monday nights. She might.
I think so. I think she's. You know what? She might not say it, but I feel like Beyonce, every Monday night, she tunes in and watches Dancing with the Stars.
I think so too. I'd like to think that, at least, because it's kind of a fun image. Her and Jay-Z like sitting down with the kids, watching Dancing with the Stars.
Oh yeah, no, it is.
What is it about season 27 that you learned? Because you got Evanna. She did have some dance training. Of course, we all know ballroom is different than the dance training you get if you're just taking ballet and jazz as a kid. But how did you learn how to teach and adapt to her capabilities?
Well, I feel like with Evanna, there was no limits, and when you, because we know all the pros, we go into the studio, we meet our partners, we know you like, hey, hi, nice to meet you, why are you doing the show? They tell you what they do in the show, and you're like, okay, let me see what you can do. And then you hold them and you turn them around, you see what they can do, how their body work, and you go, okay, cool. And then you start teaching. When you start teaching, you already know as a teacher, like, what you can create out of your partner, like how you can make it dance, how you can make it improve. And we always play with your partner's strength. But with Evanna, it was like she was flexible. She can spin, she can turn, she can like do anything that you want her to do. So I just went, I'm going straight back to like ballroom dancing straight. Like I'm gonna show Len like that rumba that he's been asking for, the cha-cha, the samba, the paso, the tango, everything. I'm gonna go to the authentic ballroom and Latin, because now I have a partner who can literally do that and show the technique. I'm gonna use that and show that. And it actually worked, because every time Len was like, wow, I actually enjoyed the samba, because it was everything that I've been wanting to for a couple to do. And I kept on doing that, because I'm like, we need to have that authentic ballroom dancing, you know what I mean? So Evanna could do that, so I just took the chance and I went with it.
It was a smart strategy, honestly, because not only does that, make Len happy, but it also makes a lot of the fans who have been longtime viewers of the show. And we do love a back to basics approach many times, because some of the numbers got too big too early, I thought. And having just like a beautiful, Viennese waltz or a beautiful tango is wonderful to see. And then you can build to that fantastic freestyle.
Yeah, and then it also make the fans back home and the viewers back home actually focus on the celebrity, rather than the whole picture of it, but actually see how the celebrities can dance and how they can move. And I took the chance. I remember very well my rumba with Evanna, and I was like, rumba is one of the hardest dances to do as a celebrity, but I took the chance and I went with it, and that was our first 10s, straight 10s. And Len was like, oh my God, I just saw a rumba. There we go. And he just threw a 10. That's the time when I came down and kissed him. That's the day.
That's what gets Len a kiss from Keo.
Yes.
10.
And I was like, because here's the thing. Here's why all the pros, we get excited when, Len gives us those, not about other judges, obviously, but we also appreciate other judges. But Len is because we competed in like Blackpool in England and German Opens, and he's judged us when we used to compete. So it's like one of those is like when you make the final in a big competition around the world and Len was judging, it's like, wow, man, I'm good. It's a validation to you. Like, wow, my partner is actually amazing. So when Len gives you 10 on a rumba, oh, it's like heaven. It's like, oh my God, it's like candy. It's like literally candy. So it's exciting when you do that and then he literally gives you 10 in a rumba or a cha-cha or a samba. And Len will never give you a big number in a contemporary or a hip-hop or jazz.
No, he won't.
Yeah, it's not his cup of tea.
I do think I actually like it when Dancing with the Stars focuses on the core ballroom and Latin dances, honestly, because that's what drew me to the show to begin with. And there are other wonderful dance shows that do the contemporary and the hip hop and very well. So Dancing with the Stars does ballroom very well, and that's when I love when it stays with that.
It's like we want to stick in our lane. We want to stick in what we know best, and we'll succeed and we'll go even higher. So,
I was just going to say one of the things I loved about your freestyle last year with Evanna is
my first freestyle.
Oh God, it was so good. But it was not only was it colorful and just like a joy to watch, but I think you did something really wonderful, and that was just showcase Evanna. You put her in the forefront. Even at the end, I watched the number again today, and I'm like, look at Keo's way in there in the background with all the other dancers. You were like, this is about Evanna and her journey, and I appreciated that.
Yes, it was more of a of a thank you for me personally. I said to her, I even asked her, I said, what song do you want to dance for your freestyle? And then she told me Bjork, and I said, is that like your favorite song? She goes, that song makes me like on a high. And I said, okay. Then I played the song in the studio because I'm like, she's just saying that, or she just wants to dance to the song. And I played the song, and literally her body just like went, it just like blew up, like literally, like not even her eyes lit up, her body just blew up, and everything just became like alive in her body. And I just went, oh, you literally love this song. And then she was like, Keo, I'm obsessed about this song. And I said, okay, we're gonna do the freestyle to the song. And then I reached out to the producers and I said, hey, listen, Evanna loves this song, and I think it's gonna be, I can create something special with this song. Just allow me to do it. And then she was like, okay, good, awesome, no problem. And then they approved the song, they cleared the song, and then I just, with the song, is what the amazing thing about the freestyle when I look back is that the focus is about Evanna. Like, even when I choreographed it, I didn't put myself in it. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I didn't put myself in her world. I just said, Evanna, it's like her dancing a solo by herself.
And all the joy and everything around it too. You see it and you feel it.
Yes, I made sure that I guide her to parts, but then the whole dance is just Evanna about her by herself. And that's what I want to create with freestyles, and also for my future partners, because I feel like this is Dancing with the Stars. It's dancing with your celebrities. It's about the celebrity. I want to showcase my celebrity to the fullest potential. I want their every dance to be them. I always say this. As a man in ballroom dancing, we are the frame for your partner. So your partner is a picture. As long as you can just stand there and make your picture look amazing, you've done it.
What did it mean to you to be in that finale last year?
Oh my God. Wow. Oh, my emotions are coming back. It meant everything. It was, I've been craving so hard. It's like when you win that world title when you work so hard for something and you win that world title and then you actually win it. It was that moment for me. And that moment for me, I said, you know what? I haven't made that far 7 times with being on the like 7 times with my 7 partners that have been in the show. Two I made it a little far, but like the 7 I haven't. And I said, for me, it's not about failing. It's about learning. You know, you learn. Some people take time to learn. Yes, that's how life works. I see life in a very different light. And I said, I've worked so hard to get to that moment. And when they announced that I'm in the final, I remember I went home and I said, I looked at myself in the mirror, like, it's so weird. I looked at myself in the mirror and said, Keo, you made it. You made the finale. And I just dropped crying.
Oh.
Literally. In my house, in my bedroom, on the mirror, I just stopped crying and I just went, wow, man, like, whatever you put in your head, never give up. Never give up in anything you do in your life. I'll say this, do not give up, and always do it with being grateful and humble, and always stay in your lane. We all shine differently in our lives. Some people shine quickly, some people shine late in life, but we all shine. If you stay in your lane, you will shine, and when you shine even brighter, it will be so special because other people's opinions don't matter. You're the only one who matters. And that, for me, it made sense to that moment. I said, you know what, it wasn't time for me to shine those years, but I kept myself humble and grounded, and now I'm shining. Let me even shine brighter, and let me enjoy this moment. So
I love that it was such a special season for you. What's interesting on top of all this, because on the flip side, we had a lot of fans be upset about the season or be upset about how the outcome or anything else. And I've got to imagine that all of the pros went through this wonderful journey with their celebrity, and then to hear the criticism on social media has to be a little frustrating because you think of all the hard work that you and Evanna just put into the finale, no matter what the outcome was.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's, you know, like I always say this. I always say, you know, watch the show and enjoy it. You like the end result, you don't like it, yeah, say it. Say you don't like the end result, but then let's move all the time. I'm all about positivity. I'm all about putting positivity out there in life, and I just want everyone to see this in a different light, like I see it, you know. And you know, regardless of who won, I'll still celebrate the person who won. I still celebrate my peers on the show. They know I always go in their studios. I'm like, yo, how you doing? You good? Also, guys, good luck. Have the best season. Enjoy. And I truly mean it. Like, I truly mean it. And I come to my studio, see my partner dance. I'm a very friendly competitor. I'm very competitive though, but very friendly. So
that's good. Friendly competition is a good thing. It's a healthy thing as well.
Oh, it's very healthy. Yeah, it is.
How did you feel not having the spring season off? I know for some pros, it was an opportunity to just get some time off and recharge creatively. I've also got to imagine that you're like, hey, we've got the spring off. What am I going to do with myself? How did you sort of work through that as a pro?
I went home to South Africa to see my family because I was like, I haven't seen them in such a long time, and I was like kind of tired of going home for like 4 days and then I had to fly back for tour. And I just said, I'm not doing this tour. I just want to go see my family because I miss my family so much. And I'm like, it was that moment for me to go see my family. And I went to see my family, and then I came back and I did, you know, a couple of shows there, performed for like whatever companies, and then and then I did a show with a Broadway kind of workshop with Shauna.
Yeah, tell us about Esther, because I talked with Sharna briefly about it because she was working on two different projects. But this is not yet Broadway ready. They are, you know, still working on the story and the book and everything. But I've got to imagine that this was quite an exciting project. It had a lot of great dancers involved with it, and probably something new and exciting creatively for you.
Yeah, it was. I enjoyed the whole part of it, like in terms of, you know, being the star of it, playing the king. Which makes
who doesn't want to be a king?
Makes so much sense,
right?
But also just working with different producers and different management, and also, you know, Broadway dancers, like outstanding, like amazing. They just flip their legs like no one's business, and I'm like, I'll just do my cha-cha-logs and my rumble walks while you flipping your legs like that. There's no way I'm doing that, you know. But it was a good connection with like ballet, contemporary, ballroom dancing, but it also with different people. Like everyone on that show, I haven't worked with. Oh, I worked with Kiki obviously and Vlad, but I haven't worked with everyone else. No, even the producers and the management. Like, it was a different world, and I enjoy every second of it because I was like, there's like a step on a different world for me, you know. So.
It is. What did you learn about yourself? Because the theater world does operate very differently than the television world.
Wow. Here's what I learned. I learned that the discipline, and also I've learned that, you know, you work with different. No matter where you are, you always have to treat people the same. That's something that I've learned because here's why I say this. When you on TV, right? Mm-hmm. And then those dancers who are on TV, when they look at you, when you come to the studio, there's like a praise or an energy that they give you back of, wow, he's on TV or she's on TV, you know. And you walk in the studio, they already give you that energy, like, oh, he's like a star on TV. Where I stay myself very humble, that I don't make people feel like that. Yes, being on TV is an amazing thing. I get to do what I love, and I get to show everyone in America and in the world that I can dance like that, you know. But I think also it kept me humble a lot.
I'm sure working with all these creatives from a different, different type of the arts, honestly, it does keep you humble, because you think, oh, they're really talented too.
Yes. Yeah, because look, why I say it taught me even to be more humble is that here's the reason why. Is because you're gonna come in there and do your cha-cha locks, and you're gonna see this ballet dancers flip and do this, and you're like, oh, why? Oh, I'm dancing next to them? No, you know what I mean? So if you stay humble and you treat everyone the same and like as equal as you treat yourself to them, they're gonna feel very close to you, and they're gonna help you. And it was like ballet dancers were helping me with some stuff, and like to do stuff. They're like, wow, okay, you can do that. I'm like, yeah, I can do a split. Why not? I can split. You know. So
I want that on social media, by the way. I want to see your split.
Yes, you never know. I might throw it on the season.
Okay, I'm looking for it. We got it on camera now.
It's gonna be the most talked thing about the season. I'm kidding. It's a joke. Oh, but not really.
Well, what did it mean to you to work with Sharna? I mean, it's so nice that you get to work together at Dancing with the Stars, but when you do a project outside of the show, and something that's very special and something that a lot of people want to do Broadway, and here you are working on something that hopes to head to Broadway, what was that like?
I mean, knowing that I had to do that, you know, Sharna was the Queen Esther, and I was the king, and knowing that it's her playing the role of the Queen, there was more of like a comfort that I'm like, okay, this is someone I'm working with. I have to be that close and dance with, that I know how they dance, and I think that role is just perfect for Sharna, and it was just perfect. So me portraying my role as a king to her. I mean, by the way, I had to sit down with the producers a couple of times, because my role as a king, I had to do stuff that I was uncomfortable with. Like there was things that I was not ready for when they explained to me like my role and what I had to do, and I was like, it was going against Keo, who Keo is like about, you know, treating the woman right and making sure that every woman feels special and all of this. I had to go opposite that, and I just went, oh.
You have to go to dark places that don't exist. That's acting. It's hard, isn't it?
It was very hard to step into that, like, you know, I had to dance with my other queen. I had to throw her around the rooms and blah blah blah, and I just went, first of all, I don't hold women like that. That's like a no-go for me, and I'm way against that. But like, then you had to go home. I had to go home and sit down to myself and go, Keo, it's a role. Mm-hmm. You have to play it. You're good at it. You're gonna kill it. And then something in me said, it's just acting. Click in my head, just clicked, and I just went back and I just killed it.
Yeah, and then you leave the character behind too. Like that's the
Yes.
important thing is cutting that character off when you leave the rehearsal studio or anything else like that. Are we beeping? Are we good?
Sorry. Oh no, you're not. Sorry.
Okay, I was like, wow, someone's trying to contact you. Have you talked to Sharna? I know this has been a weird time coming into season 28 where we've lost some of our favorite faces for the season. You know, Artem not being there and Sharna not being there and some of the troupe. We're sad. How are you feeling? Have you talked to Sharna? How is she feeling?
Yeah, no, I reached out to everyone. Literally reached out to everyone, and I just said, hey, listen, it's not the season, and you know things happen, and you'll come back next time. You know, and look at this as a positive. Look at this, that one door closes, another. It doesn't. Here's the thing: it doesn't close. It's just like on an angle.
Right.
And then you'll be back. You know what I mean? It's just in an angle, and then God is just saying to you, like, there's other things for you to step into in your life, then you'll come back. Literally, that's what God is saying. You know, so I mean, that's how I see it.
Right.
You know, and yeah. I mean, I'm excited for this season.
Yeah, and that is true. You make a good point. People never go forever. You know, like Anna Trebunskaya went away for a while, came back for a season. We've seen Louis Van Amstel. We've seen plenty of pros come back and forth. Kim Johnson, Mark Ballas. We have seen this happen multiple times over and over again. So the door never fully closes on Dancing with the Stars. Never say never.
Yes. It's a family. It's family. We always come back.
Yeah, never say you're retiring, because if you say you're retiring from the show, guaranteed you're back.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That always happens. Can you explain your role this season? I know partnerships haven't been revealed, but can you explain what you're doing?
I don't know. I know. I know I'm on the show, but I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I kind of feel like if anything happens, I'll be there. I'll be in opening numbers, and I'll be performing in the show. But this season is full of surprises, so I don't know.
Yeah, can I ask that too? I've heard of like possible plot twists, possible surprises, possible like another celeb popping up. Is that possible?
Really?
Yeah, I know. That's what I heard. I know you and I should talk, right? But so you haven't heard anything of any other a new celeb popping up or anything else like that?
No.
Okay. Well, we'll just keep that on the back burner just in case, right? This season.
Listen. This season it's gonna be booming. It's already booming. Like it's already on fire, like with everything, but in a good way. And I'm super excited because anything with Dancing with the Stars can happen. So I like the show Dancing with the Stars because it keeps people on their toes, and that's why I love it. Because you think like, oh, that's it, locked in. Nope, throw. You're like, oh, I wasn't ready for that.
Okay, so you're saying that the audience should be prepared for some surprises this season.
Yeah, the audience should be prepared for anything.
Yeah. And
the audience should be prepared for anything, literally.
Except we know that we have Disney night at least on October 14th. That we do know. That's been announced.
There we go. But everything is positive. That's the thing. Everything is positive. So whatever's going to happen on the show is going to be very positive. It's a family show. The producers know what they're doing, and I'm super excited for that. I support them 100%, and I'm gonna wait.
Have you guys started working on the group number, like the opening week at all? Ooh.
We'll talk soon.
That's a maybe. I heard Jordy.
Everything is a surprise. I'm telling you. When I say everything is a surprise,
it really is.
I mean, we should. We probably will start very soon. So, people are rehearsing and practicing and stuff. So.
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting to get the group together because behind the scenes there's a lot of new faces. In front of the camera there's a couple new faces too. So I think that does add an element of excitement towards the September 16th premiere, though, because for a long time we've kind of know what to expect and say we're going to get a great Mandy Moore opening and it's going to be these pros and this is exactly what it looks like and this is how it plays out. But we're even hearing that the judges may have a little something up their sleeves that we don't know about. Oh, I see the wink. Yep. I see the wink, Keo.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but I'm just agreeing to the surprises. You know what I mean? Like, I love the fact that they didn't announce the pairs on
GMA.
on GMA, they just announced the pros. You could see, oh, pros, there we go. Oh, celebs, there we go, separately. And they didn't announce the couples, because why with this is because it keeps people anticipated. Like, oh, who's dancing with who? I'm seeing like on social media, oh, Keo with Hannah, Keo with this person. This, I'm like, great, please hype it up.
Do it.
The more people talk about the show, the more the show is going to be talked about, and the more it's going to be, people are going to tune in. On the 16th, people are going to tune in to see who's dancing with who. And here's why, right? People are not going to, after they see me, when, popping up with a partner, and then at the beginning of the show, oh my God, wow, great. Someone is not going to go, like, they won't change the TV because of, they want to see every single person until the end of the show. Mm-hmm. So it's just going to be, Dancing with the Stars is back with a storm. I cannot wait.
I love it. How have you guys weathered? There's also been controversy over some of the casting, and I don't want to get into anyone specific because that's not fair. But I think the boycott DWTS hashtag going around. Have you been seeing that in your Twitter feed and things like that?
Anything. Here's the thing. Anything negative, I stay away from.
Smart.
If I see hashtag boycott Dancing with the Stars or hashtag this, blah, 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 but negatively, I just avoid that. I just look at the positive things and I retweet that, boom, sometimes if someone comments something on the thing, I just, say something positive back. I switch everything into a positive, so.
That's probably a smart way to handle it, honestly, because you've got a job to do anyway. You've got a season to focus in on, and if you surround yourself with a cloud, all it does is bring you down, and you haven't even gotten the season up and running yet.
Yeah, that's right there. Very correct.
Are you up for some fan questions?
I am so ready.
I love it.
Ready. Any question, I am ready.
All right. Oh, I love this question because we didn't talk about this, but Cheryl wanted to ask, what was the most memorable thing you took away from the juniors season, Dancing with the Stars juniors? Oh
my God. What did I take from the Dancing with the Stars juniors? This is what I took. I took that the feeling how it feel to be a dad.
Ooh.
Literally. I was a parent, not a dad. I was a parent, not just to my couple, but like literally to every kid. Mm-hmm. Every kid I see, and all the pros were like that to every kid. And we make sure that every kids are like safe, they're having food. And I felt like I was a dad. I was like, yeah, and I was a great dad, but I think I'm gonna spoil my kids too much, and I need to stop. Yeah. So, but I'm being for real. That's what I took from it. I took that feeling of how I'm going to be when I'm a dad, have my own kids. That's what I took. That's
actually a wonderful discovery, honestly, because you do feel responsible, even if they're not your kids. Yes. You do feel responsible for making sure that these kids had a great time on the show and walked away happy from,
Yes, because when their parents leave you in the studio with their kids, they trust you. Mm-hmm. They trust you that you're going to look after their kids. And the producers trust to give you those kids because they trust that Keo's going to look after those kids. And it's my responsibility. It's different when you have a partner by yourself. When you have two kids under your wing and making sure that, like, when you watch them dance, it's like so many emotions. Like, I was almost tearing every day because I've seen them dance. I'm like so proud, and I'm like, wow. Like this feeling, I kind of just also enjoyed the feeling too much, maybe a little bit.
You were the proud dance dad. This is good.
Yeah.
That's a good feeling, Keo.
It feels great. I was like, it feels great. But I love kids. I love, I see Jody's kids so many times. I bring the kids chocolates and sweets, and I go to Alfonso and I see the kids and like always ask Alfonso, when is Keo coming back with candy? Uncle Keo's coming.
So you're giving all the sugar and then going, bye, I got to go home, and then they're stuck with the kids. Yeah, you know what you're doing.
Yep. But then when I'm there, I get the kids and I put them on my shoulder. I rock with them a little bit, and they're out.
Oh, you're the baby whisperer too. This is good.
Oh yeah.
All right, Keo.
I know that.
This is good.
I know that.
All right, we've got a question from Caroline.
I'm sure all the ladies listening right now, they're like, great.
Everyone's going to be sliding into your DMs now, and you know that. And you're not upset.
It's Keo Dance. Keo Motsepe.
I love it. All right, Caroline has a question. Since being on Dancing with the Stars, how do you think your teaching style and choreography process has grown and changed?
Wow. I mean, every season it changes because you have the way how you teach, but because you're dealing with different energy every season and different personality every season, so there's things that changes, and some of the things you grow, some of the things you just stay there because you're like, okay, I have to stay here, and also, but because some people don't take shouting and screaming at them very well, it just breaks them, it just makes them. So every season kind of differs. And through the years and through the seasons for me on Dance with the Stars, I've grown a lot in so many elements and so many ways. So yeah. And what's the other question?
No, that was the question. How have you grown through and your choreography process? Has that changed a little bit too?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It has a lot. It has changed a lot but it changes with the celebrity though. So what I could choreograph for Evanna, I can't choreograph for Jody. What I can choreograph for Jody, I can't choreograph for Charo. You always choreograph for your partner's personality. That's the biggest thing. You have to, because then you can't choreograph something that's not going to showcase who they are and what they can do. Like I said, you have to choreograph to their strength.
Yep.
And
make them shine.
Yes, make them shine. It's not about you. It's about your celebrity. Make your celebrity shine all the time.
Audrey had a great question. She wanted to know your thoughts kind of on representation of people in color in the dance world, especially on camera, but she was also like off camera. But I think on camera is probably a discussion we've had about Dancing with the Stars from time to time.
Yeah. Here's my look on this, right? It's, for me, let me tell you where this came from, like how I always strive to open doors for other people, and it's not about the color, it's more about opportunities for everyone, right? We all have to have equal opportunities. And in South Africa, when I made it in South Africa after winning my 8th title and going to Burn the Floor, and being on Burn the Floor, the first African American dancer on the show, and it opened. And then when I got on the show, and I was like, because I said this when I left home, I said, I am going to be the Nelson Mandela of dance world. What I meant about that is that Nelson Mandela created freedom in South Africa. There was no hate between black and white people. He created freedom for every single person. He didn't have any grudge of anything. He just wanted to create freedom. And that's what I wanted to create, freedom in any, white, black, Asian, everything, every culture, every color, every single person in the world, in the dance world. I want them to have equal freedom, because we all bring something special in our lives and in the dance world, And when I came to Burn the Floor, and I became the first African American dancer, and then from there I opened doors for them to have other dancers, Asian and other people, and I was like, wow, man, I'm doing something amazing that I promised myself I'm gonna do. And I came to Dancing with the Stars, boom, done. I did it in a bigger scale, So an opportunity like that, you always stay humble with it and say, I'm doing this for everyone, and this is why I want to keep on changing the world all the time.
That's a great way to look at it too. Opening doors, breaking glass ceilings. Those are the important things, because we always have to be looking at the people coming up behind us, the younger generation, and how are we helping them?
Yes. I mean, here's the thing, like I'm saying our kids. The kids are looking at us, right? And I went home actually last year, and I had a kid, and I'm getting chills. I had a kid, went to a dance studio when I used to dance, and I had a kid. I think he's 9 years old. Yeah, I think he's 9 years old. And he came to me, he said, literally, he goes, Keo, thank you very much. And I said, why? And he goes, you made it possible for us to believe that it is possible. It is possible to get there where you are right now. And for me, that made it even more special because I'm like, I want to keep on doing to inspire these kids that they shouldn't give up, because these kids are following me, they're following Lindsay, they're following Val, they're following Jenna, Shauna, whoever, and we making it possible for these kids that it is possible to get where we are if you put your mind on it and you fully love this. It's gonna be up and downs for sure,
right?
But take those downs and the ups with gratitude.
Kind of a topical thing that we've talked a lot about at Dance Network and on the show at To The Pointe, men in dance, and that kind of became a hot topic a couple weeks ago. But how can you encourage young boys who are in dance to keep on going, even if sometimes their classmates are making fun of them or they're feeling down about what they're doing, when in reality they are not only artists, but they are athletes?
Yes, that's actually right. You're an athlete. You're a male boy, kid, you're an athlete. And I think the biggest thing is, when you believe in yourself and, people who support you dancing or whatever you want to do in your life, those are the people that you surround yourself with. Yes, you're going to be out there. People are going to say this about you dancing and stuff like that. But I say, go out there, kill it, stay strong. And boys can dance, and boys will always dance all the time. And I encourage that to the fullest, that boys will always dance.
And I always like to say, if you are a great dancer, there are ladies and gentlemen that will love to have a person that dances very well in future relationships. Yep. It's great. My husband's a good dancer. He's a good social dancer, but it's one of the things that we love to do together. We make silly videos. They aren't very good or anything like that, but it is something that is fun. It's a fun part of our relationship. So
yeah,
got to remember, boys, eventually you'll want to date someone, and being able to dance is a good thing. Right?
Yep. You want to have the girl and the guy who can dance.
That's right. It's a good dating tip.
That's always good because you can dance in the living room, So, yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's a good thing that brings everyone together. And Chantel kind of had a fun question. And she had it's a whole hypothetical, but she's like, in an alternate universe where the pros had to dance together as couples. Okay, so the pros are dancing together. Who would you choose as your dance partner and why? What Dancing with the Stars pro if you guys were just dancing together for an entire season?
I would choose Peter Megatroy.
All right. Why would you choose Peter?
Because me and Peter, we just create like electricity.
Nice.
Literally. We create electricity that I haven't created with anyone else in the show. And she's just a machine. But amazing. Like, so good. Like, Peter does things that sometimes when I dance with her and I'm like, how did you just do that? She goes, I don't know, it's the way you lead me. And I said, oh, okay, great. I'm doing something good. That's great. But Peter, yeah, for sure.
We can see
I
those.
Love Peter. Peter's like one of my close friends.
Oh, I love that. And we can see lightning bolts when you guys dance across the floor. It's that electric, right?
Yeah, no. Peter is very good.
All right. Well, we are going to wrap up in just a moment, but can you leave us with one final tease of season 28?
Why are you doing this to me?
Just one little tease.
Here's a tease.
Yep.
Dancing with the Stars, season 28. It's about to be big.
Okay.
And bigger and better. That's a tease.
Is it also back to basics?
I don't know.
You don't know? You don't even
asking
know.
Me questions that I don't know. I wish I knew and I would tell you.
Okay.
But you're asking me questions that I don't know. I can tell you that I'm single, that I know.
Oh, okay. Is this a call out for ladies?
yeah, I can tell you that.
Okay.
I know that's a fact. But other than that, honestly, and I'm out of town. I know that.
Yep.
And I'm talking to you. That's a fact. I know this. I know this. But whether it's going to the basics, whether it's going to they just throwing things to our faces. And I'm loving it.
Yeah, they're keeping you all on your toes. They're keeping you guys in the dark until you absolutely need to know. That's what it is.
They putting us on our toes so much that I walk pointing foot all the time. I walk outside. I'm on point. I feel like a ballet dancer, and I'm on point. I love it.
All that Broadway workshop with all those dancers is going to good use now.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure.
All right. Well, I'm expecting lots of social media posts over the next 24 hours. You and Gleb, please do not disappoint us. And I want to see a split.
But what if, here's another question. What if me and Gleb, we happen to meet on a flight, and then we just saw each other, we just started taking pictures and videos, and then my flight was continuing? I might not be with him right now.
That is also possible. You could have had a connecting flight.
So if you don't see any social media of me and him, that means I continued
onto another location. Keep the mystery going, Keo. This is good. All the Dancing with the Stars sleuths are now like, what is going on? Yep. That was good. That was good. That was good, Keo. I like it. Now, everyone, people like look down to like moles and nail polish color when it comes to Dancing with the Stars. So,
but here's Dancing with the Stars fans, they know what, like, they would go, like, I remember when I danced with Jenny, the athlete season, and they even follow the full producers on Instagram. So they'll take a video of like where they are, and they're like, okay, Jenny Finch lives in a ranch, blah blah blah. Oh, we saw Keo at the airport going to Louisiana. Oh, Keo's dancing with Jane. I'm like, how did you put everything together, and how do you know I'm at the airport? Because I didn't post anything, but somehow they are on a lookout.
Yeah, they are the most amazing detective agency in the world.
Oh yeah,
honestly,
for sure,
honestly. Well, Keo, thank you so much for doing this. I know, like, we were like, it was crazy because you did go out of town, but I'm so thrilled that we were able to make this happen. When you're in town, you're always welcome here.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course, and have a great season 28. Hopefully, I will see you in the ballroom.
Oh, you will.
I can't wait. Thanks so much, Keo. Take care. We want to thank everyone for joining us here for this special episode of To The Pointe. Of course, want to thank Popcorn Talk and Dance Network. And for all of your dance news, be sure to check out dancenetwork.tv. We will see you all next week.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.